My name's Daniel. I'm addicted to taming strange. I digress. I'm Daniel, otherwise known as Matsu. No, I'm actually a photographer. This is your boy.
My name's Oliver, aka Alright, aka Donald Crunk, aka your DJ's mother's favourite DJ.
Yeah. I didn't even understand.
We're just dudes doing our thing. Creative path.
Yeah, creative people, as you can see by the elaborate backdrop we got going on.
This is our
blues, there's some greens, there's some reds. We got all the spectrums.
Plan that shit.
Yeah, but we're social media guys, all up in there, doing our thing.
Deep in the game.
Deep in the game. I've grown up with, I've sort of like half grown up with social media, so I've sort of had this strange perspective where it's like, I didn't grow up on it, I wasn't born into social media, but I sort of grew with I sort of aged through my adolescence with like the progression of social media.
And becoming a part of our lives kind of thing.
Yeah. And so I guess like for me personally as a photographer, it's now become like a really important part of my business. And it's an interesting world. It's an interesting world where, you know, like I'm sort of forced to give a persona or
exactly. You're kind of
like
forced to take part just to be able to be a part of the rat race these days. You can't really include yourself if you're not visible.
Yeah. People ain't gonna hire a ninja unless they in the know.
Have this massive thing that everyone around you, including yourself, your business, your friends, your family, are involved in, and there's kind of like this film between you and what the real thing is, and I suppose that's where the curiosity comes in.
Yeah.
To find out how much of it is actually, how much can we rely on? How much can we then make decisions that reflect on our life outside our laptops? You know?
Yeah. How much should I believe? You know, like if I see something posted to my Facebook and it just flies through, and I see 20 of my friends share the same thing or like the same thing, should I buy into that? You know, that's exactly. Sort of like.
And why are you buying into it?
Yeah,
are you buying into it because your friends did, or are you buying into it because you agree? That's a big part of the whole social media thing.
That's where I sort of draw questions, and why the project that we're discussing, which we haven't discussed yet because we're babbling crap and he's smoking weed, like a good Aussie does, in the backyard. The only thing we don't have is a Barbie because it's just out of frame, just there. See if we can sort of, you know, use social media, as we are as a human race, so we can pull this social media together and actually cut through and actually see if we can meet someone famous. Like, see if we can actually go, well, I don't just want to believe what's coming through my feed or through my stream or through my waterfall of ridiculous amounts of, you know, information and memes and Jay-Z's diving into water and Miley Cyrus talking. I want to see if we actually like pull through and actually meet one of these people and actually find out for ourselves firsthand and document it. Actually document the whole thing. Why a famous person? I think because it's easily relatable. You know, like it's easy for anyone to go, that person's famous, therefore they are an untouchable. You know, like I would never think to meet anyone that famous in my life. I met Charlie Tuna, the mouse. You know, and so we sort of like, we had a discussion, me and your boy Ol, about why a famous person and which famous person, and we settled on
Miley Cyrus. Funnily enough.
Goes out to you, girl. And them new boobies.
Yeah, but I think we settled on Miley Cyrus just because she's relevant, she's being talked about, whether it's positive or negative, and she's quite an untouchable at this point in her career, so who better really to sort of see how much of this spin on her is actually who she is and how much of it she's chosen for herself, even if it is the case.
So don't hate on us for picking Miley. Don't be one of those dudes who's like, oh, because they're Miley, because she's famous. No.
There's a thought out process.
We looked at like Big Will Smith, one of those dudes I love to link bump fist and be like, nigga, you the boss. Tommy Lee Jones, because if you've ever been to Japan, he's the boss.
Yeah,
so
he is the boss. He actually is the boss in Japan.
He's the boss. We chose Miley because like Ol said, she's relevant. Completely relevant. Everyone at the moment knows who she is, whether they're from 12 years old to 45 years old. Documenting our trip through the States. Whole thing, photos, videos, looking to release a DVD which will go out to everyone that supports us with our sort of experiment. And your boy Ol, so Donald Crunk, half Donald Crunk, producer under the name of Al as well. he's going to put together some unique and individual. He's going to produce some Miley Cyrus remixes as well, some exclusives while we're sort of working towards. And we're looking to put together that as a bit of a plausible campaign and see if we can actually break through a lot of these social media boundaries and actually meet someone who you wouldn't normally think you could meet. It's a big gamble, it's a big risk, it's random as hell.
And we're just regular dudes too.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, we're in Perth, on the other side of the world. We have no connections, so it's kind of like
it's just stepping off the deep end.
Lord of the Rings in Hollywood.
Like, come on board with what we're doing.
If you think this is possible like us, or you're even curious the way we are about Miley Cyrus, or if it's actually possible for this to happen, then support this.
Get on it, get it off the ground, and if you have a similar idea to meet someone that you want to meet, we'll support you too. We'll get on that business. If you want to meet Miley,
we want to meet Miley for the podcast.
Yeah,
is that what they call them?
Video podcasts. Yeah.
I'm not up with that yet.
What do you mean, man?
I'm not up to date on that, man.
You're all over SoundCloud though, like a rash.
I haven't heard of VODs before.
You're like a sound rash on the cloud. Go up in there,
I am.
stroking it.
I am.
Itching it when it's annoying you.
As soon as you've heard it, it's with you forever.
True.